Well, the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake from Cineverse is finally out, or it's going to be out soon. I just watched a screener of it, and I'm going to review it for you right now. Let's go. Silent Night, Deadly Night stars Rohan Campbell, Ruby Modine, and is directed by Mike P. Nelson. What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new 2025 review. Won't be saying that for too much longer. We are in the middle of December now. My end of year rankings are going to be coming really soon with a full-on assault. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you are subscribed because I have so many rankings coming and so much more in the works. And I got a goal of getting to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2026, but I can't do it alone. I need your help. Be a part of something, damn it. So anyway, yeah, let's get into this review for Silent Night, Deadly Night. I have actually been going through the Silent Night movies again. I just did a revisited for the original and the 2012 loose remake, Silent Night. And those were really fun to dive back into. And after I review this one, I'm going to do a full ranking of the entire franchise. And let me just say, I enjoy this franchise quite a bit, maybe more than most. I find so much charm and creativity in a lot of the movies in this franchise, and I think especially the fourth and the fifth one. So my ranking might surprise you when I finally do one, which is real soon. But I just finished this brand new remake. I was really excited to do it. It's another instance where we have two remakes for a franchise. Am I right on that? Isn't there another franchise that has technically two remakes? I'm not going to do the research for you right now. If I find it by the time I do the editing for this, I'll put it here. But I'm almost positive there's another one that has two remakes. But in this instance, these two remakes are very different because the 2012 remake is, like I said, very loose. It's not even the same story, just completely different. And I don't want to go too much into it. Just check out that revisited. I go deep into the 2012 movie, which I enjoy quite a bit. But first off, let's give you a quick plot synopsis on this spoiler-free review, because there are a lot in the way of spoilers, especially in like the final act of this movie. For Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025. Rohan Campbell from Halloween Ends plays Billy in this movie. He is a killer on the run, going from place to place, sort of like Bill Bixby in the Incredible Hulk TV series. Remember how he was just kind of bouncing from town to town, constantly on the run from Mr. McGee, from the cops, from whoever? This is sort of the same type deal. It opens with him dusting off the tail end of a kill, and he has to get out of town. And he's got this voice inside of his head, which at first I thought it might be Michael Wincott, the voice, because the voice sounds exactly like Michael Wincott throughout most of the movie. But it's not. It's actually Mark Akeson, who is actually in the movie at the beginning. But he comes upon this town called, I believe it's Hackerton, and he forms this love connection with this character, Pamela, played by Ruby Modine. And she's got some interesting stuff in the character department as well. She has a heavy temper, which she acknowledges. She kind of goes off the deep end at times. There's a funny scene involving her getting payback on a hockey rink because of this child. Yeah, so I like that this movie does have a lot of creativity in the story, and especially in the character department with Pamela, but especially Billy. And I think this is another interesting way to do a remake. I think the bare bones are there of the original story, where you have a killer named Billy. He does have a tragic past with his parents being killed, just like in the original movie. As far as how they get killed and if it's the same as the original, I won't tell you that. I'll let you discover it for yourself. But it definitely plays an integral part into where he is now as a character. You're going to compare this to like Dexter, because remember Dexter, he has like his foster father's voice in his head, constantly trying to be a guide for him, having him kill only bad people. Sort of the same deal here. This is a movie that's pretty straightforward as far as what it's trying to do. I think the franchise itself, you never know what you're going to get from movie to movie. And I think that's part of the fun of the franchise. Going into any of these movies, it could be really, really serious, like the Silent Night 2012 remake or a few of the other entries. It could be completely off the wall and zany, like, say, The Toy Maker Part 5. Or it could be just completely messed up, like Part 4. Again, you just never know what you're going to get with this franchise, which is really, really fun. And this one stands apart. It's very different than all the other movies in the franchise. This is a franchise where I don't really care about continuity that much, you know? Billy as a character is definitely in a few of these movies. Rohan Campbell, I think, is great. They could not have picked a better guy to play Billy, because I'm a big fan of Halloween Ends. I love his portrayal of Corey, this very messed up, confused character. Because of a tragedy that happened at the beginning of that movie. So I think he fits these shoes or boots very, very well. This movie does have a lot of blood in it, of course. There's a lot of great kills in the movie, but I wouldn't expect, like, say, what you get with, like, Terrifier 3, which is also by Cineverse. There's a couple of really gruesome kills, but again, I think the story takes front and center here. If you're after blood and guts, yeah, you're definitely going to get that. But again, don't expect like Art the Clown type crazy, crazy violence over and over and over again. And I didn't have a problem with that at all, because I was really, really invested in where they were going with this story and who Billy was as a character, because he's different than he was in the very first movie. They focus more on him constantly fighting his own demons, resisting the urge. There's a scene in the movie where he has to be Santa Claus, like in the original movie, and he's got all these kids coming. That's a moment where that inner voice is talking him through it. Now, as far as like zaniness and craziness, there's a little bit of that in here too. One of the set pieces is in this, like, I don't want to spoil anything. Let's just say it's this really, really screwed up rally party that's going on. I will say that there's a lot of people dressed up in like Santa Claus attire. So then when you put a killer Santa Claus in the middle of all that, you're going to get some fun. But there is an aspect of that scene that I'm not going to spoil. I think you'll have a blast with it. I'm hoping to God the trailer doesn't spoil this, because I haven't even watched the latest trailer for the movie. I watched the first trailer. But what I did like about this movie the most is Rohan Campbell as Billy. You are constantly focused on him throughout the entire movie. He's very, very interesting. He's a great actor. He really handles this material very well. And I got to say, the ending of this movie really, really surprised me, and absolutely loved what they did with this. Now, as far as any kinds in terms of, like, I guess, detective work, law enforcement, all that, if you really, really hone in on, like, the logistics of Billy getting away with what he's doing, you might be able to poke holes in the plot. And I don't think Mike P. Nelson is way too focused on that aspect. Yeah, they do try to cover their tracks when they can, but I think, you know, Cineverse, they know exactly what type of movie this is. This isn't the movie that you just scrutinize every minute detail. This isn't a David Fincher movie, okay? This is just a fun Santa Claus slasher movie. And I think if you go in knowing that and not being too critical with those aspects of it, then I think you'll be fine. But overall, I give this purchase worthy for sure. It was really, really fun. And I'm not going to tell you right now where I rank it amongst the rest of the franchise. I'll save that for the ranking. But I think you might get an idea if you watch all of my reviews for this franchise. I've done them all now, including this one. So this does come out this Friday, or technically probably Thursday. But yeah, when you guys see this movie, I'm dying to hear what you guys think of it. I do think there's going to be some opinions all over the place on this one, but I quite enjoyed it. Okay, let me know down in the comments. Also, be sure to subscribe to the second channel, Drumdums Xtra, where you'll get my live stream clips, unboxings, all kinds of other stuff. Really fun. I upload on there probably just as much as I do the main channel. Come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day on Fridays. We do FIFA on Fridays. Follow me, Drumdums, and on my socials. Support me on Patreon. Become a channel member. Buy me coffee. You know, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a day. Drumdum out.